It's your boy AB Boxing News. Since the announcement of Manny Pacquiao versus KEITH THURMAN, July 20th on Fox PPV, I've had a lot of mixed emotions, mixed reactions, and a lot of thoughts into this fight because many of you might know I've said in a lot of previous videos that I think that KEITH THURMAN is the man at 147 currently, regardless of what everybody thinks. Inactivity, he's not fighting the best, and yada yada yada. I feel like many fans are very critical on KEITH THURMAN, which it's okay to criticize, but let's be partial here. Like, once upon a time, KEITH THURMAN was the boogeyman at 147, and let's not forget, Thurman entered the scene when Floyd Mayweather was still more active at the height of his career, even Pacquiao on the other side of the pond. And as we say, fighting KEITH THURMAN was a high risk, low reward type of fight. And Thurman fighting in the shadows of Pacquiao and Mayweather at the time was never really guaranteed a position to be the guy at 47. After when Mayweather Pacquiao fight happened, Mayweather left. Pacquiao is I don't want to say shell of himself, but he's not been the same fighter since then. And also, I think a lot of fans are critical of KEITH THURMAN because he's not fighting Errol Spence, which Errol Spence is now in what I call the KEITH THURMAN position at 47, where high risk, low reward type of fight. Yes, he's a champion. I will say that KEITH THURMAN did say that Errol Spence didn't need a title at the time to fight him, but now you gotta, let's put it in a business perspective or longevity perspective, that Thurman understood that when he was in Errol Spence's position, nobody wanted to fight him. So now that he's I want to say another level, or now that he's in a position to, I don't want to say dictate, but can select who to fight, he understands like why under my expense I'm gonna fight Errol Spence so he could get an easier route to greatness under my expense. You feel me? Like, yes, if Thurman would have never fought Josecito and fought Sean Porter for the WBC strap, then I would have been critical too with Thurman. Like, yes, you have to fight Errol Spence next. But with that being said, I think that Manny Pacquiao only chose this fight with KEITH THURMAN because of one thing: vulnerability and activity. And he thinks that Thurman will never become the Thurman he once was. Which, if Pacquiao's having that mindset, then he has something else coming for himself. Not to say that I'm thinking Thurman's going to destroy Pacquiao, but I'm hoping Pacquiao doesn't think that it's going to be an easy night for him. Because if KEITH THURMAN finds the old Thurman in himself, this fight with Pacquiao, it's going to be a long night for Pacquiao. And then people tend to forget that Thurman fought Danny Garcia, Sean Porter back to back, and with the leading into Danny fight, he was injured and he still won the fight. So come on, guys, give this man some credit. Like, put some respect in his name, man. Like, yo, and either way, even if let's say, for example, Pacquiao didn't want to fight Thurman, or Thurman had other options, like, you can't blame the man for fighting Manny Pacquiao. It's Manny Pacquiao, you know what I mean? And I think Thurman has done enough to get a fight with Manny Pacquiao, even at this stage of his career, and a lot of optimism, a lot of uncertainty on his behalf. But who wouldn't take that fight? If you tell me to fight Manny Pacquiao today, shit, I'll take it. Why not? If I beat Manny Pacquiao, which I'm not, I'll probably get my ass beat. Like, you become a legend. And I only say legend because of one thing: because Thurman already has the names in the resume, regardless if, yeah, it was a close fight or you thought the other guy won. Like, at the end of the day, record's his record. He's undefeated. He's got 2 top names in the top 5 at the 147 class. And to add Manny Pacquiao, if he beats Manny Pacquiao July 20th, then I'm going to say it, and I think you guys are going to bash me, but whatever, I don't care. Thurman beats Pacquiao by knockout or unanimously, I think that KEITH THURMAN is the he's the next guy at 147. He will be a pay-per-view star with this win over Manny Pacquiao, because just like Manny Pacquiao had the same resume when he was coming along, 35, 40, and 47. Like, yes, he was a star, but he needed a name to become the Pacquiao that he is today, which when he fought Oscar. Once he beat Oscar, his stock went in a different level times five. So Thurman just needs that victory. He beats Pacquiao. Thurman's a pay-per-view star. He's above 4 or 5 levels over Spence and Terrence Crawford. I don't care what anybody says. Like, he will be a pay-per-view star. Beating Pacquiao, he calls the shots. He's an ace. He's the ace side in every fight moving forward. Like, it doesn't even matter if Errol Spence got three titles or Bud. And yes, I always say styles makes fights. I think this fight's gonna be very technical. Thurman's gonna be moving along the outside. He's going to pick his shots. Pacquiao's going to be, the usual Pacquiao. And I do agree that if it was Pacquiao Spence right now, I would have that would have been more exciting for the fans, because knowing that these two guys don't know how to move back, and all they want to do is land ferocious offensive, they're offensive juggernauts. You feel me? So I do agree that Pacquiao Spence would have been a more fan pleasing fight. But I think this fight is a more technical fight regards to Thurman. And Thurman is deserving of this fight no matter what. And if Thurman wins, he's the man. Like, he is the man. And if Thurman is not a shell of himself, but he still finds a way to beat Pacquiao, you got to give him some props for this, because that's not easy. So I say it right now. Thurman beats Pacquiao. He is the man at 147. Errol Spence needs to destroy Sean Porter. I don't know what Terrence Crawford's Terrence Crawford's next option, but even Manny Pacquiao said it himself. I think I seen on Boxing Scene that he considers Keith Thurman a pound for pound fighter in his eyes, which I respect Manny Pacquiao for saying that, because a lot of people will say otherwise, but people have this illusion about Thurman. But then again, Thurman is great for boxing. Thurman is great at 147, because he's one of those guys that you don't need to pick his brains to build a hype or promote a fight, because Thurman will talk, and it's great to have Thurman in boxing. I'm pretty sure when I covered his fight and all the other media were there with me, or the fans, regardless if you don't like him, he is exciting. He's good for boxing. The way he talks his shit, he walks his shit. It's great for boxing. It's great for boxing. Thurman, this is your chance. Make the most out of it. Lose this, and it's an L. You can always bounce back, but this is the fight that not only for yourself, the motivation you've always been asking for this fight, but you're winning this fight will clear all doubters. I know there's going to be a double edge. Yes, Pacquiao's old, yada yada yada. If it was Pacquiao, whatever. Yes, there is, but then again, it's not Thurman's fault. You know what I mean? And this is a 50-50 fight right now because of what Thurman, it's a 50-50 fight because we're not sure what Thurman's going to be that fight night. And maybe in Pacquiao, he might turn to 40-year-old. Maybe it might be Pacquiao that beat Broner. Like, this is why it's a 50-50 fight. But I think that Keith understands that the opportunity is there. He needs to capitalize. And if he wins, and he just wins, he's gonna clear all doubts. He is the man. And yeah, like I said, I think he's the best 147 founder. I personally think, based on styles, I think he beats Spence and I think he beats Crawford. But that's just my opinion. This sport, everything in life is about opinion. So tell me what you think, guys. Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman for the WBA super and I guess regular title on the line. I don't even know what the venue is. I think it's Las Vegas MGM Grand. I'm excited for this one. I'll definitely should be there for that fight, man. I love it, man. Guys, peace.